Hello students. So today we are going to start with our standard 6th subject science lesson number 9, motion and types of motion revision. Students, as you all remember that we had already begun with this lesson previously. So in this session we are going to revise the same chapter so that you can understand the points more clearly and more efficiently. So let us begin with subject science lesson number 9, motion and types of motion revision part. Okay, so students, as you all know, motion. So while waiting for a bus or at a bus stop, we see that there are vehicles to be in a state of motion, correct? On the other hand, when you are in motion yourself, a still objects appear to be moving. For example, if you're sitting in a train or if you are in a bus, you see that the trees outside are going backward while you are traveling forward, correct? If an object is seen by an observer to change its place continuously, then the object is said to be in motion. Understood, children? Now, change of place of an object is called displacement. If any object changes its place from one place to another, then that particular movement or motion is called as displacement. So students, an object in motion continuously undergoes displacement. Understood? If any object is in motion, it will go or change or displace. The continuous displacement of an object is called as motion. Now children, there are types of motion. The very first is linear motion. As we had already studied in previous session about linear motion, that means any movement which is in a straight line. For example, a train or a moving vehicle on a road, you may see them over here. You can see the cycle, correct? So it is moving on a road in a straight line or in the same direction. Now the motion of an object like this is called as linear motion. An object in linear motion shows displacement. This also is an object. Cycle is also an object. It is showing a displacement, but how? In a straight direction or in a straight line. Such kind of motion is called as linear motion. If you stand on a chair and release a ball from your hand, it falls to floor, correct? What do you conclude from this? That it is also in a linear motion. Now students, linear motion also have subtypes. There are two subtypes of linear motion. First is uniform linear motion. Now, have you seen the motion of soldiers in a parade? In the same, they all look same, they all move same, correct? During that period, not even a slight difference is seen, correct? However, the motion is seen. Correct, students? Now, the motion of this marching soldiers is uniform linear motion. Uniform means same. Understood? So because in this motion no changes is seen, correct? When the distance traversed by an object along a straight line in a unit time and continuously the same is called as uniform linear motion. Now second is non-uniform linear motion. Now here you can see that there are two bicycles. They are also going in a straight direction, correct? Their path is straight, but are these both people in same pace? No, there is slight changes in their speed. Maybe now the boy is in front and the girl is behind, but after some time it may happen that the girl comes forward and the boy moves behind. Such changes are not same. It is not same or not equal when the distance traversed by an object along a straight line in a unit time keeps on changing. This motion is called non-uniform linear motion. Now another type of motion is non-linear motion. As you already know that it is not in a straight line. Okay, now it also have sub types. The very first one is oscillatory motion. So students, I hope you remember about this motion as we had talked about the swing. So the swing, you have seen a swing in a garden, correct? So the swing always come back from one end to the another end, correct? It takes about the same time for each swing or oscillation. This movement of a swing is called as oscillatory motion. Understood? Similarly, if you see a pendulum, you know what is a pendulum? Clocks have pendulum. So even the pendulum of a clock, the wings of a bird, the needle of a sewing machine, the vibrating diaphragm of a tabla or drum are also some of the examples of oscillatory motion. Basically students, oscillatory means that going back and forth in a specific time or in a specific displacement order, that is called as oscillatory motion. Understood? You see the sewing needle, it also oscillates. Same way the wings of birds also oscillates. So this is all the oscillatory motion. Now moving to the second non-linear motion type, that is circulatory motion. So as from its name itself, you can understand what circulatory motion is. It goes into a circular manner. As the hands of a clock move in a circular manner. Similarly, a fan, a giant wheel, and a merry-go-round complete each round along a circular route. Here also you can see there is a merry-go-round. So even it is going in a circular direction. It is not moving straight, but it is moving in a circular order. This kind of motion or movement is called as circulatory motion. Now, in our day-to-day life, we come across many examples of objects that trace a circular path or that takes a circular path. So basically, the motion of an object along a circular path is called circulatory motion. Now, the third type of non-linear motion is periodic motion. So as from the name periodic, it gives something related to time, that is a particular period or a particular time stamp. So how we can see? Now we see from these examples of oscillatory motion and circular motion that some objects complete one round or one oscillation in a particular fixed period of time. For example, if you take the minute hand of a clock, it completes one round in exactly how many minutes? Yes, 60 minutes, correct? Every time 60 minutes means 1 hour. So it is completing, 1 hour happens only in the 60 minutes. Same way, while a merry-go-round also completes each round in the same period of time. For example, one round of a merry-go-round is for 5 minutes. So exactly at 5 minutes, that person who is playing the merry-go-round will put you down. The motion of an object which passes through a certain point again and again after a fixed period of time is called periodic motion. The last and the fourth type of motion is the random motion. So again from its name, random, that is not specific. So students, you have seen that while chasing a butterfly in a garden, do you think that you are running a particular and definite path? That do you know that the butterfly will only go straight or it will only go in a circular manner? No, it can go sometimes in right, sometimes in left, sometimes very far, sometimes very near, correct? So this is not a specific path which that butterfly has. So a butterfly constantly flits from one flower to another. There is no definite direction to its motion. Such motion is called random motion. Understood? The motion that changes its direction and speed continuously is called random motion. The motion of the players in a game of football and also the birds also have this type of motion. Understood? Now next is speed. So we all know what speed is, correct? So you must have seen that a bus covers the distance of about 200 kilometers from Solapur to Pune in 5 hours. So how much distance does the bus cover in 1 hour? So how are you going to find about it? Obviously you need to know the speed, correct? You will say, miss, I need to know the speed about the bus, then only I can calculate. So how you are going to calculate the speed? So while solving this example, we take the ratio of distance traversed and the time required to traverse that distance. For example, the distance traversed by an object in a unit time is called the speed of that object. Understood, children? I hope from you understood this chapter well now and all the points are cleared. So we'll meet in our next session with next lesson and next topic. So till then, thank you.